into signing money now, count a man, your money go ahead and I had them. And you think yes, like Ghana by say, oh, but we know what's into ya. And my name on the 1 year yet, and one not access nippy. No, my India, me and San Coyano.
Now, say they see, I don't say Ghana by and withdraw taxes, you know. It's the only idea dance, say, or mine, you know. It's say, you know, taxes, you know. No one they share on mine, and in terms of a beer, can say, you know, other trade unions, so no. Raise alarm the concerns about nano crowd buta for crowd to almost shops money idea abano is ya ne ho dere no na mo so mo de mo dia abebom die pa na mo pesa aban ye na animo ni ya e betimi aboa mo aside say or withdraw taxes ni bi ne de mo na wanye nso a die na mo be
oh I need to na ya ma say pitenne enkopem osumi da eto edikan November 1st say enti bibia figa na ban ho dia and more the whole Ghana SCA2 aluminium for two. And you got sentiment for the whole Ghana is Sanamono.
Now, is here an aluminium for the whole Ghana no Munina Mobile, you know. You see, I on my minimum near the dance, say, sir, a glass factory, Ananka, you will be a there walk a year, a bossona, and Krumasi is here, and rain is here, see what. Now, same one I mean was a gear for yourself, come on, renovate to non commastate. Your production and also crying wound ya kwa kusi mobile call say aban no emma companies ni bi mra mobile manufacture wa ha ana say anyone mu ya de mu ya say yentete so na yen koso enkra enfamra
ya no beginning no sa asem we ya kan ye na yendo emra aban ne buy all kan one district one factory no ya ka tell say nanka one factory kan ko ye ba for the whole Ghana aluminium because aduma we import you do pa. You know, the whole Ghana, you come master here, we are more than 50,000. Well, you to need the master here. Until you do my, I want my more air than airport. I add the unemployment. Now, so when you be a new offer, this through the Peniponian say, yeah, young coast school, yeah, and Duma. Or man, but I had them Peniponi net. This is a policy then, I buy a fire. Why, at the airport, among Jens and Duma. Policy anymore. Name, yeah, policy at the man. Among co school, and no need down for a more money than Elshassano. Into the air, Ghana banister, so one among two papa people to Abwa is an automatic to your glass of Jumana. Both to any money, I said a bayer, can't see whom grab on 10 or the next month, 1st November. All right.
Mr. Zaki, as I say, I'm afraid I'm going to share a book of Bono. Into your share up to 1st November. So, be a ma, your best album, but in there, you say, if we do 1st November, now by the team, so for no idea, Mope Amamana, Bibia, come on, you know, Yadasene or that General Bra or joining our Ghana Etie. So,
yes, the other ones will be some much some more boys, yes, we are doing a bit for now. Yeah, may I confirm how man.
Fantastic, yeah, that's it. And tonight is a Glazers Association of Ghana, Ashanti Region branch, and almost also I say, yeah, he said the Omani there, a bag of crano. The last people are also joining trailer, no, a show for most of joining, say, crano, customers and you know, a show for your moment, Timudia. He say, yeah, try a show for any software because a show for bar, a likely software for sober because I saw for sober crack. Into no name, comma, a quantity, you try your see my
Hollis cuisine. Media bribia me bom mrane kase. Aduane papa fie. Essence Hollis cuisine aduane. Edeye. Aduane bia wo pebia. Uba wo benya bi. Say local dishes. Ti say yan Ghana nuane. Fufo na wo pe. Banku, emutio. Fre Hollis cuisine. Any continental dishes nso. Say ye pizza na wo pe. Burger ana smoothies ahodo nyina. Hollis cuisine eye bi. Emema sijafo na mutimi enye aduane na enu ntino. Wadi amoni anwa ache no. Wodi fre Hollis cuisine. Say stew na wo pe ana kwan na opa obeba beya ma na dia show fridge mu wedding nkakra Hollis Cuisine omji orders enti se wedding na wo ye engagement funerals ana occasion bia fra Hollis Cuisine send nipa ndodo tie bia omba be sortel kama from 0544 714038 Hollis Cuisine you go lick your fingers sir.
Welcome back. Ya mo bibi akwa ba ya saba aba jumedi no ho Ghana Etie. Trewa jumedi atena si summary discussing segment na atwaso. Mapam for atena se mi bonkum so John Kofire ko the MPP communication team member or Kankwe North constituency. John, good morning. You have a call there. We say no pay the fire no has a call for one. A
call for more.
Me show anymore
and call from
sir. But me who nice I charge my cost in buy and I say why am I?
You say a jumping for can mean some in
sir. All right. So and Patrick Akwa. I'll call contest. But delegates in almost say the time when you're into Oman Farmer. Also, I translate from the NDC and also to constituency communication team member and all vice and deputy communication officer and also to delegates in say on train kakra 4 years time now aba because onyanye mature nti on so are joining me nti
radio propaganda well delegate I decided Saturday you know me name incumbent you know I think 2 incumbent and 2 freshers. And you know, campaign or not, it was clear. Nobody would say I was leading, but NDC has won. Many are winning and NDC. This is an internal election. They said it's my first time though, but I did very well. So they are hoping to see more from me. And, you know, we just give thanks to God. And as a political animal, be as a political person, we only say we try to climb the ladder politically in our party affairs. And I'm still young and. Communication.
So using that word, quoting you political animal. Now, animal cannot be word structured because we will be abasa. And you know, guys, a political animal.
So okay, let me rephrase my word and say political person.
That is it because political animal they on your order on any be abasa.
As a political person,
fantastic.
Thank you
for, John,
for that.
John, the economy, the hardship. But it's here, Doctor, Walanyo Akasa was say only the 1 year prophet of doom, but the Ekika Koya CD to the dollar ratio here 15 cities getting to 16 cities. You know, by the close of the year, you know, it drew 22 Ghana, 23 Ghana cities by the close of the year, and at the same time, the inflation there 37%. You know, and yet the reality, you know, the reality is above 80%. John, on our BM. The economic situation is also then I'll be careful.
Okay, KB, Messan Achia will be Namachia, Acoustic TV, I share for Sunday or Magic a Brenner or more share Acoustic TV, and not every agree. I say, Minianson, when to me and we need a Mebona Basso, say at least what to me I call contesting into. They say honorable, uncompleted honorable. Now you say, that Chimbiano, the Sefata Biano, party at the
that's
your consent, some is why I mentioned in your KB. Let me say, offer economists, you know, Mitieni Pa, Now, I said he was politicizing everything that he was saying. I didn't think I thought say he was going to speak in a neutral manner. But the utterances it was being directed towards a certain tangent, of which to me I see say he was trying to politicize the kind of questions. One thing that he said, of which I'm arguing, and he said, first of all, COVID-19 si can be a buy. One cry or ya aware say, and no na yes agenda 111. Na agenda 111 the cry since ye can on fan and Nikos yan day. In whom Bakukra nas one say Bakukra a juma. Oh, say we a penina, your ma opportunity be seen now, oh, Kasa. SOD who say, and yet one-sided political party being in Penny ATU. You're supposed to know, say, Ghanaians in ATU. Unannounced, and Ghanaians are descending. So whatever that you say, no, must be directed towards the national goal of which I na yes. Now, okay, say COVID-19 sika to you, near the BA agenda 111. Now, Central Home because agenda 111 no cry. Who be that any reverend. Says so sign a reverend
a reverend
doctor. Cry or a reverend, but a reverend doctor and the messenger says, "We need baby be agenda 111, not the uncle at Chimabu Musu or Kwabu Musu. Yes, it is almost at the completion state. Now, on one fan and Nikusia and Kohese, who be the reverend messenger say, "Wow, Beko Abu Musu here. Now I'll do any akoshe." Or Saka Senfu Frau, of which I may who say, I say. He's politicizing everything because said when the center cannot hold, which means things fall apart. And nowadays, we are living in a system of survival of what fittest. And I said, which really Ghana. And the only Eastern Regional Director of Communication, MPP Kasano, and also the Torso say yes, the government is very much aware. Say there is hardship. I want you Ghana meme. But you can yes say it is out of obi wickedness and I say out of obi negligence binti and ama hu kire na ba. You know the factors. But sometimes you know ya na per se you the politics ben enema bebre. And na wo busa the question ba ko kra say even Ghana aye wo no ahu kire ho fine. See the need Ghana against the dollar. But busa who say Ghana happy na. Is that so? No, it is not only in Ghana. I didn't think America sir. Uko even UK last we can say UK are pound sterling. Now the who they change US dollar be. But as I speak to you now, see as I dwindle by 11.13% against the US dollar. A whole pound sterling. No. Not to talk about the euros. It is a Ghana city so depreciate here. Ask yourself, say, before the influx of this kind of pandemics and the rest, no, how was it performing? Even though it wasn't rushing at an alarming range like how it is happening now. It should tell you say things are not right. So the economic management team, Papa Dr. Alaj Mahmoud Baumia Dano. We yende wa reshemu say ampa the economy will be what? Will be bounced back. Bayana nkofo bi kasana Ken yes free ho and yen reshuffle no and I say yen sake no. What I know is say the voice of the people are the voice of God. Even within MPP4, in Pobi Kase and Kakene Beya, Ebi our bread, Uncle no before for any day, Embra. But my question is that second, would our wars stop? Second, if free, that ministry was see as a finance minister. CD no, back to 3 CD now. That is what I want to know and ask. No, it will not. By your Ken, on say Bank of Ghana. In charge of the monetary aspect of our economy. And the Ministry of Finance, in charge of what? The fiscal. What we are going through now is not about the fiscal policy aspect. We are talking about the monetary. So if you are seeking for the head of the finance minister, why don't you seek for the head of the Bank of Ghana, Governor too, NS Addison? But people forget to say that. Say you will be first person to chastise her. Said the first people to reach on to is the Ministry of what? The Bank of Ghana, of which are NS Addison and a Dano. But Ghana phobia Kasa, because of say somebody's parochial interest, somebody's personal issue with the Kwadwo and then Kenoforia Tantino. Now ye NS Addison every ho. Now so any consider the book Kenoforia Tan. Ye de bon Yes, we are much aware.
Sadison is not a government.
No,
it's not part of government, and it's not a cabinet minister.
You are saying
no. In terms of
when they go for cabinet,
in terms of
he's part of it.
He's
part of it. Yes.
No, cabinet ministers. I'm talking about
Bank of Ghana, the governor. When it comes to the monetary aspect of our economy, so, he's in charge. And the current crisis right now is not a physical
in charge
issue.
of the financial policies, implementations of financial policies.
And he's doing what he's doing best.
And the policies are not
they are not what the policies are not what.
It's not yielding to any
That
positive.
is to you.
To Ghanaians.
That is to you.
And Ghanaians are now suffering.
Before this, what were the indicators? Is it only Ghanaians that you are suffering? You told the economists, the man that even in Ghana, ukowa sebia ope se uto bayire tammi enua ukrosika obenya na meboa ba ukowa manaman so to say UK uko US certain states bi wa ukuta usika person de to ade enu omo san restrict say bia person ototu a ye be ma one pe because the two ni nyina ma wa what ya say obi foforo ba onya bi mfa nkofi wa ukuta usika no ye ndru sa state no ba de bia ye sorry ye de compare those who are developed countries, even with the developed countries, are going through this kind of hitches. How much more Ghana?
But I said those kind of developing countries now can. How the UK example, they have been affected terribly by the Russia-Ukraine war because they are there with them in Europe.
Yes,
but we are here in Africa.
Do you know why for them they are still not feeling the heat as we are feeling it? Because before this government came into power, we heard from the current largest, biggest, or the largest opposition party, which is the NDC. What did they tell us? They told us that we inherited what? An economy which was sunk in deep. Subsequent presidents and our government, said Bill Clinton those days. And in Nelson Mandela, what am I saying?
After 2016 election to 2020, na Ghana economy
na Ghana economy after that John Mahama era, I bad power. First time I did what inflation from double digit. That is not by single digit. Apart from Atamels.
So then they see after they say
good. That is why I'm telling you. Said there are a lot of. You see, last I told you that in economics we call something we call unforeseen circumstances. There are certain things that when you are even projecting your budget, you don't even consider them. But the unforeseen circumstances will make you take some drastic decisions of which you never even thought of.
Circumstances.
That is one is what we are currently.
Which one?
The Ukraine-Russia.
That means it's here, February.
It's in February.
Until now
Did you even thought of it? Did you know?
And now the Ukraine and the Russia have recovered.
You know me and you and himself COVID-19.
COVID is past and gone since 2020.
It is past and gone.
It's past and gone.
But do you know the economic negativity at the
because COVID 2020
first time I'm also asking you say but the first time in the history of Ghana first time in the history of Ghana shops all Ghana which if you lockdown we in court now we are back cars in Yeduma the auto market and court the superior tanko how would the government generate revenues if I'm telling you say Sanyama way ma ananka within that 3 months ye ports ebi ba unim revenue and kabani benya roads and kodebe schools and kobetumi DSC but for the first time a whole port ye timi 2 port say plane ko na plane aba airport nyina ye tutu what must say it is here can the impact of it and you say NOBC na entokwa na den Ghana ha na si ya na you don't say that. Oh, Ghana. But the impact, negative impact, everybody knows. Russia and Ukraine, they are one of the leading countries. They produce a lot of things like the fuel, gas. If in economics, if there is a shortage in certain commodities, okay, and when demand is high, it will force the price to be what? Also be very high because baby omunya de anything and baby. That is one impact of it. But you can't yes a bomb na si will be kotoku. Obi anka say Ghana no Kwadwo Baffour no. I am but in all this sissini nyina no still so schools stills since you stills or the electricity konkofo kurase still yeah kwan in the midst of all this crisis development call eno na yemi mete no enti no NDC ne omo sankofo ne de as I always say they are nation
so the dollar
on say me last me be ka say COVID-19 buy yetumi nya NDC Emma offer me be a friend say NDC COVID-19 response team they came out with certain dimensions. I am also throwing a challenge say can NDC for kasa no KBA nan komo kasa e bia mo a press conference o Ghana foi ye hunu sen kofo ya feli e poto yen de ba ye be ye A ye free A ye be ye B ye B wi ye be ye C no one said they are giving alternatives. So when they are criticizing you constructively, you know say at the end of the day the government is benefiting. But you don't criticize constructively. You are only chastising the government just to score some cheap political word points. And at the end of the day, say who opposition, you know, one criticizing me constructively. Now the BIA will be BIA propaganda. At the end of the day, you know, who has enka ubwa na ube pushi me na ma ye dwuma den no bo say umboa me ama me timi ye dwuma ma Ghana mfa ne to ma pemfra. At the end of the day, that taxpayers' money will just be thrown into oblivion. Until the MMA can say in the midst of this Ghana for nyabotre e dey na president kan ye boss en consider be no say alternative bi o wa udwen say betumi abo Akufo-Addo ne MPP oh we should just say it minim say Akufo-Addo wo we listening father obetie na wotie nso a wo de be ye adwuma no de ye adwuma nso na Ghana ye hoto ye yan ye nyina na ye hoto because na say you tag for eso omututu omu shop mi omutu mi guta to mi na sa okwa ombebuza say e bia wo de oye NDC ni ntu de bra NBA store na na beto ade ana affect Ghana
and yesi ana oti omo de glass ye adwuma na omo so so ye dan ya ye chemu ye glass nko
you see an American no in as much say economy no ehia drastic measures e be boost to no Ghana for nso ni yesuban ni bi wa yensu yensesa there are certain things which are self-inflicted. I've been saying this each and every day, and it is something I've been seeing every day. Yes, will be near economy can be. Me say Ghana for no. Sometimes you know, yeah, the politics every BBM. Or even market square. You see people doing politics with the items that they are selling, and at the end of the day, who doing say me I me better no. Ebia me MPP ni nkwa ebia o party baby nso ebremo. It is a way and at the end of the day no. Enya me na wo ha me o. You are disturbing yourself because at the end of the day the government entumi introduce social intervention program bia ebema menu mienu aye wa ha na ye be benefit ama national cake ni enso ye den yensa ka ye de entime de me kan say Ghana for me wie ni Ghana for enya botre na Addo dankwa Akufo-Addo mu say baby economy na dru bia no baby dollar na run iko bia no me wa rehye say ama back to say 4 cedi ni mpokra na say entumi nkona nimbie ma ye be sustain no say the Ghana hofo ben high ntikebie me de besi ya na menu an so ye wo no won ya so
very well minia John Kofireko aka Sir John Okankwe of constituency communication team member and upper premo no ja oroko contents anko yamano so so sukra ija mischief sukra ija Patrick dollar no
Baffour
dollar no
of late we are mischievous pa play mischief pa
say ko yi so aka be heli na ya
okay mamidi kana menchia eye anya so tumfo wahwefo ni watifo ni delegate for ni na medama say I had close to 400 people they trusted and they bought into my vision and my message. And you know, I know Crampo, no, I'm very happy. What says my boss, Joe Jones, can say still no. And you know, Madam, I say enemy team. So I'm ye Juma and Opa in memory. You did marvelously. I mean, that you trusted in the vision of